And so we took our wives' credit cards because they were making the money. We went to Home Depot and we bought the pipes, and we spent the next week building out potato guns. Super fun. And then the next Monday I was back in school, and I remember sitting there thinking about my business, and all of a sudden I had the epiphany, like the light bulb moment, where I was like, I wonder if anyone else besides me was searching for potato guns this week. I don't know. And I searched, and there were about 18,000 people a month searching for potato gun plans and spud guns, and I was like, that's it. That's gonna be my business. I'm a potato gun expert. First, it was just a tool for me. Like, that was really the initial goal of ClickFunnels. Like, and then after I started using it and I was having success, I was like, we have to make this a tool for everyone. It'll free all entrepreneurs. My initial goal is not to make you $1 billion. My initial goal is to get you to break even. Now you have a tool that will consistently all day long give you free customers. I want you to do it now while you're in the moment, while you remember why it's important, why you saw me do it, so you don't forget and we can get it. And worst case, like, this will be the worst one you ever do. The next one you do will be better. It's not about the people watching you. It's about you guys, about us learning our voice. That's the most important thing. Someone the other day was upset about something I did. They're like, well, my dad always taught me to play nice. I was like, oh, well, my dad taught me to win. My goal for the next 3 years is if I can give you guys some tools and some things that'll help you to change more people's lives in your world, then for me, that's a huge win. What is that thing for your business? Like, what's the one huge domino that if you can knock that thing down, everything else becomes obsolete? You have to lead them to the answer, but you can't give it to them. They have to come up with the idea themselves. You plant the idea in their minds with a story, and if they come up with the answer, then they sold themselves.
He's a marketing genius. That's his brilliance.
Russell rhymes with funnel.
How to market, how to promote, and even how to sell.
He's here to help entrepreneurs create amazing lives.
And on a grand scale.
What's up, everybody? This is Russell Brunson, and excited to be hanging out with you guys live today. It's crazy. We are officially 37 days away from Funnel Hacking Live. And today we're going to be announcing our very first speaker and tell you guys about who this person is, why they're so cool, why they're speaking on stage at FHL, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But before we dive into it, and before I bring her on stage to introduce her, I just wanted to kind of tell you guys just a couple quick things. Any of you guys who've been in the ClickFunnels Funnel Hacker community for any amount of time, you know that after we launched ClickFunnels a couple months later, all of our members inside the ClickFunnels Facebook group started calling themselves funnel hackers. It became this term and this name. They're like, hey, funnel hackers, what's up, funnel hackers? Everyone started calling each other funnel hackers. And then people started doing these little meetups around the world that started showing up. And it was really, really exciting. And I remember after like seeing that happening, we decided, okay, we should put on an event. We should bring everybody together and do a funnel, an event for all the funnel hackers. It was the name you guys gave yourselves. And so we decided to do the very first ever Funnel Hacking Live. And that was a decade ago. The very first FHL was in Las Vegas, Nevada. And now we've done this every single year. This is our 10th and our final year. Russell is tired and wants to do a semi-retirement from events for a little while. And so this is Funnel Hacking Live 10, the last dance. We're going back to Las Vegas, Nevada for the last one. So the first and last are both in Las Vegas. And this year's event is going to be insane. But what's crazy is we are only 37 days away from Funnel Hacking Live. A little over a month. I can't even believe like it's coming. And I don't know about you, but I have all these like emotions. Like I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm sad, I'm scared. Like all the things are happening, but excited mostly to be able to serve you guys over those 4 days in Las Vegas, which will be fun. So very first question I have, I know we're streaming on like a million different platforms right now, but how many of you guys already have your Funnel Hacking Live ticket? If you already got it, type in FHL in the comments. I want to see who my diehards who already have their tickets. I know a lot of you guys already do because we are actually getting really close to being sold out, which is fantastic. It's every year. It's like, how do you put 5,000 people in the room? And we stress out. And this year, we're close to being sold out, which is amazing. So I know a lot of you guys already have your tickets. And he just asked, this is the last one. Yes, this is the last dance, which is crazy. It's still kind of like, still trying to process that, but this is gonna be the last one. So it's gonna be amazing. And so excited to be serving you guys. Again, we have funnel hackers from all around the world, people coming in from Brazil, from Spain, from Australia, everyone for coming around the world for this last big gathering of ClickFunnels members. And it's gonna be insanely cool. So I'm excited, and I'm really excited because over the next couple weeks, I'm gonna be going live every day, introducing you guys to some of our speakers. And the very first speaker is someone who I've had a chance to get to know her, man, probably over the last 2 years or so. I met her. I can't remember exactly how we met initially, but had a chance. I was at Meyer and Golden event. We hung out there for a little while and a thing. And then when we were doing the Think and Grow Rich Challenge a little while ago, I asked her to be part of that. And she came on and she gave this presentation that was insane. It was one of the coolest presentations I've ever seen. I don't know if I've actually told her this yet or not, but I was blown away by it. And a couple weeks later, she messaged me. She's like, you know my backstory, right? I'm like, not really. She's like, well, I was a former trial attorney lawyer, and we won't hold that against her. But she's like, I do trial attorney. She's like, I started using props and things like that in my trials, and it increased my winning percentage. She's like, and I do the exact same things when I'm speaking at events. That's why my presentation was so cool. And I was like, this is insane. I want, so many people come and they try to give a presentation. It's just boring or whatever. And I was like, I want you to come and teach everybody what you're doing and why you're doing all kind of stuff. So that's one thing she's gonna be teaching at Funnel Hacking Live. But that's who our special guest is. So you guys, wherever you are in the world, I know we're on computers, but if you can virtually put your hands together, go in the comments and say, let's go, let's go, let's go. I want to bring to the stage our very first speaker. I'm introducing Ashley Kirkwood. Ashley, are you there?
Hey, I'm here.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here.
I'm so excited to have you here and so excited to have you be speaking at this year's Funnel Hacking Live. And for those who don't know you, will you tell, so a prior life before you became who you are today and you're online and marketing and all that kind of stuff, you were a trial lawyer. We talk about that. I want to know more about your backstory and your history.
Absolutely. So I am a graduate of Northwestern Law. So if there's any Big Ten folks out there, that was where I went to law school. And then I'm double Big Ten. So I went to University of Illinois undergrad. And my dream was always to be a lawyer since I was a little child. So I go to undergrad, I go to law school, I get my dream job at one of the #1 litigation firms in the world, it was insane. It was still one of my favorite jobs to date. And I was a litigator, which means you basically travel around the country and you try cases on behalf of big companies. So we represented companies against defendants, which sounds bad, but it's like against the little guys. I'm just going to say it. But what was cool about it was you got to do a ton of pro bono work. And my pro bono case was the first trial that I got to lead because this firm had thousands of lawyers. And one of the things that we realized is if we had better exhibits, if we came on stage and had more energy, we would almost always be able to crush the other side. And a part of that came from we would be against maybe the state and they would come with whatever they had, but we would have like graphic designers and people would be putting up props and I would stay up all night and watch YouTube videos and I'd have like this example prop that I could use during the trial, which was called an exhibit at that time. And it would be really, really engaging for the audience. And so fast forward, I was making $300,000 as a trial lawyer and decided to leave. And I never thought I would leave, but I did this thing that I recommend everyone does at their day job. I went and interviewed all the most successful people at the firm. And I asked them, like, do you love it? Do you ever wish you would have done something else? And my mentor, one of them sat me down and he was like, you know what, Ashley, you're a leader. Not everyone's a leader, but you're a leader. And you're someone who wants to lead even in your day job, but you're an associate right now. So we're not really looking for you to lead. But because you can lead, you should try leading your own company. And I was like, okay, I didn't leave right then, but I left a few months later and started my own company. And that company, Speak Your Way to Cash, which is the company we now run, just made the Inc. 5000 list. It's one of the fastest growing companies. We're number 14 in Georgia for our region and number 370 out of 5,000 companies overall. So now we're a multi-million-dollar company. I make partner money, but I'm not a partner at a firm. And we absolutely love it. And a big, big, big driver for us was live event sales. And the first pitch that I did at a live event where I used props was the pitch that made over $2 million in sales from a room of less than 200 people.
Dang. That is, everyone hear that mic drop? Let's just listen for a second. A room of 200 people. 'Cause a lot of people think, hey, to make big money, I got to have 10,000 people in the room, whatever it might be. You had 200 people. This is like an in-person event, or was it a virtual event?
Yeah, it was an in-person event and only 200 people. And I'll tell you, for everyone who's like, I don't think I can get 200 people in a room, we did an event with 3 people and it did $150,000. So it doesn't have to be a lot of people, which for me was great because I didn't have a large social media following at the time. In fact, we made our first $1 million before, maybe we had like 20,000 followers. After that, our social media following grew and things really grew, but learning the art of speaking persuasively and keeping attention. Well, first you got to get attention. Then you have to capture attention and keep it. And then you have to convert attention, and props work. Because imagine, like, you are not going to be able to sell to someone if they're not even listening to you.
Yeah. I had a flashback. This is probably a horrible example, but we're live, but we're here. So like, it reminded me of like the trial, like the only trial I ever really watched was the OJ one, right? Where he's like, he's trying to get the glove. He's like, the glove doesn't fit. You got to equip, right? And like 20 years later, I, as a teenage kid, remembered that, right? The prop and the thing and the messaging. And we give an example of like a prop that you would have used in a court case, then and like an example of one you'd use like when you're speaking on stage, so people can kind of see like the similarities between the two different worlds.
Yeah. So in a court case, you're really using exhibits. So you're using exhibits, and then you can also use things for like if you can use a different visual to help someone on the stand remember a part of their testimony or their case. So I was cross-examining a doctor at one point, and I wanted to show that I didn't think this guy was telling the truth. And so the way I did that was by showing like a blown up image of a Achilles tendon, which is on your heel, and showing him that if there was a gap here, you'd actually be able to feel it. So it was just a really, really, really big picture. So for some of you guys, when you're doing your pitches, you can just blow up a big picture, have it printed at FedEx, utilize that in one of your webinars. It's just a different thing for them to look at other than just your PowerPoint slides. So that's a really, really easy one. Now on stage at my events, it's going to vary based on your budget. At this point, we go all out on props. Like we get custom made bricks. We've used jail cells that I've like broken out of on stage. We've used basketball courts and custom basketballs. So I like show them how in entrepreneurship, sometimes you're going to miss the shot. We've used fake weights and things like that, which are really, those are like made of foams. Those are very easy to use. And I'm going to do an intro video at Funnel Hacking Live so y'all can see how some of these things look. Cause I can't bring all of it to Vegas. And I have a very special prop we're going to use for Funnel Hacking Live. But, definitely based on your budget, it could be as simple as using 2 glasses of water. Like I have 2 water bottles here. And you could show your audience how their belief needs to build before they give it to someone else, right? And so just pouring water between 2 glasses can be a prop. You can use anything that you have around the house, but as you get more sophisticated and as your business grows, you're going to want custom props so that it's not just showing them the example, it's also reinforcing your brand, and it serves as another branding point.
That's so cool. I was thinking about as you were saying that, and Ben Moo, who coordinated got set up, he was like, Russell, you should show your props. So my last big presentation, and I do an event called Selling Online. I have they're right here. Should I grab them real quick? Let me grab my Russell props. And I'm curious, my audience who knows, if you see these, if you know what they are, because my audience should at this point know what these are, because I've done so many times. So check this out. All right, so here are my props. So I have, okay, for my audience in the comments, what are the 2 monkeys? Do you guys know what these are? Do you remember what these are? Okay, there's my number 1 prop. Number 2 is the elephant. And number 3 is the lizard. I teach a whole 3-day event just based on these 3 props. So I'm practicing what you preach because I believe in it, because it's like it becomes this tangible thing where people remember.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, the lizard, I know exactly what this is, right? And it pops in and it goes in really, really quickly. So I love it. I think, I've been talking a lot over the last 6 months or so with my audience just about presenting and one-to-many sales and like how to differentiate, how to convert, all those kind of things. I think what you are bringing to the table is so unique, and it's like what people need. How do you become the pattern interrupt in your audience, in your group? It's not by doing the same thing everyone else is doing, right? It's by being unique. I think what you're doing is so cool, and like so many cool things that I think people are going to learn from you to be able to implement into their presentations, their events, whatever they're doing. Even like demo videos. I look at like people in the e-commerce market, like the e-com products that do the best. They have little short videos that are all using props to explain a concept, right? So it's like, it doesn't matter if you're selling coaching or if you're selling, physical products. Like the concept we you're teaching is like getting attention and getting people to remember like the core concepts through these props and things like that, right?
Yes. And if you think about it, remember when we were in like, maybe we don't remember, we're like 3, 4, the way that they teach my daughter to learn how to write or to learn how to read, they use props, like they use flashcards with visuals, they use building blocks. And so that is easy to remember. And honestly, we're all big kids at the end of the day, and people don't want to be bored. If you can teach exactly what you're teaching, but find a way to make it visually appealing and stimulate a different emotion in your audience, and you're going to be able to convert more and build a better rapport. Plus, it's a conversation starter. They're going to tell other people what they saw, and you want them to be what you're talking about.
So cool. So cool. Well, I'm pumped. In 37 days, you're going to be Funnel Hacking Live, sharing this with everybody, like helping them understand and how to utilize this inside the presentations, which is so cool. And they'll see examples of you actually doing it, which is awesome. I have a question for you. This is your first time speaking Funnel Hacking Live, but traditionally we have speakers who are coming to offer some kind of speaker bonus to help motivate those who are on the fence who haven't yet got their tickets. I'm curious, do you have anything you want to throw in to make everybody who's like on the fence, like just to go crazy and be like, all right, I got to get my ticket?
Yes, definitely. So one of the things that we created just for you guys is actually like a prop cheat sheet. It gives you a way that you can actually start using props right now with things that you probably already have lying around the house. So you can start using these principles now. And then when you come to Funnel Hacking Live, and promise me y'all will be there, when you come to Funnel Hacking Live, I will show you how to use props, whether you're using what's around your house or you want to get more complicated. We're going to break it down into 3 phases so that everyone in the audience will be able to use props no matter what you're selling. But this right here, everyone who's coming to the event gets it. It's already in there, and it's very easy to see. These are things that you already have in your house. So when you go through it and look at what we have in there, it'll be easy. Like you can implement it on a live video, on a webinar, on a masterclass, even before Funnel Hacking Live. So you can get started with this right away.
So cool, so cool. All right, so all you guys who already have your tickets, all you gotta do is go to funnelhackinglive.com. There should be a login link either top or the bottom or somewhere, I'm assuming. Click the login link, and in the members area, you'll have access to Ashley's speaker bonus and all the other speaker bonuses coming out in the next little while. Plus, you guys know the other bonuses is to get prep for FHL. All of our past FHL recordings in the members area there, a bunch of other cool things. So get your tickets, go log and get prepped because we're only 37 days away from when we get started, which is crazy. So Ashley, I appreciate you. I know you're heading out of town to go have a vacation prior to that, but we'll see you in 37 days. For anyone who's sitting on the fence thinking they should come or not, what would you tell anybody who isn't sure if they're coming to Funnel Hacking Live yet?
You have to be at Funnel Hacking Live. It's one of the events that you go to, and not only do you learn from everyone on the stage, but you also are able to learn from everyone in the audience. So you're typically sitting by other serious marketers or other folks who are just getting started, but who are deciding to take their business seriously. And this year's theme is epic, like becoming the radical. Like who doesn't want to be that? Who doesn't want to be leading their industry? And I predict in 2025, because of everything that's going on with AI, if you are not becoming the radical, you are getting left behind. So this event is going to ensure that all of us who are there will not be left behind. We'll be able to use everything the world is offering us to dominate and soar this year and beyond.
So cool. Ashley, I appreciate you. Cannot wait to hanging out with you in 37 days. And for everybody, all of our funnel hackers, this is your first speaker we announced, Ashley Kirkwood. So I'll give her a huge round of applause. So right now, everyone who's listening, your job right now is to go to funnelhackinglive.com. I'll have Ben pulled up real quick in case you haven't seen it yet. This is what the page looks like. Boom. And when you go there, you're going to have a chance to watch the sales video. And when you watch this video, I want you guys to imagine yourself being in the room. And imagine, like, understand, like, this is the last time this event will ever happen. Funnel Hacking Live 10. And it's going to be amazing. People always tell me, oh, I'm going next year. I'm going next year. It's like, there is no next year. This is the last dance. This is your shot to come and do that. And so go get your tickets to funnelhackinglive.com. And then again, Ashley's speaker bonus will be inside the members area as soon as you get signed up. And I think to kick this thing off, I'm actually going to show you guys this video. And so you can watch this video, and then as soon as it's done, we'll be over. And then at that point, go to get your tickets to funnelhackinglive.com. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you. So grateful for you. So excited to see you here in a couple of weeks. And everybody else, thanks for hanging out. And for now, we're going to queue up the after movie Funnel Hacking Live, and then go get your tickets. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Ashley.
All right. See you guys soon.
So many of us as entrepreneurs have limiting beliefs. We think money is something we should be afraid of. We should be afraid to lose it. We should be afraid to ask for it. What is being talked about here is how to overcome that.
What do you want, and why are you here?
I came to Funnel Hacking Live without a business.
I was working 2 jobs. I still didn't have enough.
I procrastinated my way into depression.
I'd just gotten out of a heavy addiction.
I was sued by multiple creditors.
This is not my life. This is not my life. I know I'm meant for more.
You find yourself lost, frustrated, disconnected,
because you have no fire.
Put your seatbelts on.
When you go, you don't know what you need. You don't really know what you're going to find. And then you find it. When I got here, I was like, I found my people.
Funnel Hacking Live is like coming home.
Raise your hand if you're like me and you're a hot mess.
I'm a hot mess!
I felt like Michael Jackson or something, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I was Prince.
This is a rock concert for entrepreneurs. Dramatic demonstration.
Russell's gonna hate me for that. It's like my long lost ADHD family.
I can be myself. You don't have to put on this stereotypical business appearance.
I'm a firm believer that you can be really successful in business and still be like a really good person.
The most powerful force is economic force.
I've been doing this now 20 years. I can't tell you the number of gurus who have come and gone and come and gone. If you want to grow a company today, this is the way.
You and I are going to demonstrate how powerful the focused human mind can be.
You've got a map. That's the key.
There aren't many things that can take you from zero to generational wealth in less than a year. We literally have people that came here with a big idea, got super turned on, took the information, and then they go home and they do it.
I'm going to tell you how I get paid every single month from my kitchen with my phone.
This piece makes the content come alive.
I like the cutting edge strategies.
We need to know what's working right now.
That's the most effective and the fastest path to success in today's market.
Once I saw the results I was getting, I knew we were onto something really big.
We're teaching how we're adding over 1,000 people per day to our membership programs.
I want to reach in and grab your heart and be like, wake up! Because some of you have a calling. Unless you are open, you will get nothing. You will say, hey, we just had Dwayne Johnson's son double do a presentation. I get paid the same amount of money whether they go home smart or stupid. You know, it don't matter to them. Now, how many of you in the room are going, man, I don't have a team? Let me see your hand. Okay, do me a favor. Look to your left, look to your right. You have a team.
The way to win this game of business is together.
When ESPN said, baby, you can't do it, I said, oh yeah, watch me, watch me.
Like, come out here and blow fire up your ass.
How many people ready to get your first pick from the war? Somebody said that's me.
It's like an Oscar show or something.
I give you permission to say goodbye to the past and hello to whatever future you want to have. I'm giving you permission right now.
Give your family a chance.
You are meant to shine.
Don't fight your people, they need you.
Say it from your doggone heart. I can. I will. I must. Because they counting on me.